We will now review an FCU fault. First, let's review a bit of the system.
In the A330 340 family, the FCU incorporates 2 or 3 channels. We will consider a 2-channel FCU. In case of a single channel failure, there are neither consequences nor operational capability degradation. The other channel takes over immediately. Let's consider the case of a single channel failure, then a dual channel failure which causes the loss of FCU, autopilot and autothrust. Suppose the aircraft is in cruise. You are the pilot non-flying. Autopilot 1 and autothrust are engaged. Read the title of the failure. Note that there are no consequences on the FCU indications, as the remaining channel is still working.
The pilot flying will ask you to perform the ECAM actions. The barometer reference must be cross-checked between both PFDs, both EFIS control panels and the standby altimeter. Indeed, the baro reference on both PFDs is driven by the remaining FCU channel. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear autoflight.
The status page is displayed for review. You can see in the Inoperative System column that part FCU is now inoperative. Clear status.
Read the title of the failure. The consequences of a total loss of the FCU are: both autopilots are lost, autothrust is lost, all FCU controls and indications are lost, including the EFIS control panel. On the PFD, note that all targets, speed, heading, altitude are lost and red flags are displayed. Altitude alert is lost. Baro reference changes to standard. Flight path vector is displayed. FMA indications are lost. ILS deviation scales are displayed. Mach number indication is lost. On ND, ROSE navigation mode 80 nautical miles range is displayed, regardless of the position of the range selectors on EFIS control panels. VOR1 and ADF2 pointers are automatically displayed, along with DME1. VOR2 and ADF1 pointers can be checked on the DDRMI, if available. Weather radar image is lost. Red WXR RNG message.
As Autopilot 1 was engaged, Autoflight Autopilot Off warning is triggered. The pilot flying has now to fly manually the aircraft. Clear autoflight.
On the engine warning display, an additional amber caution comes up. Engine thrust locked, as long as the pilot has not moved the thrust levers out of the climb detent, as required by the engine thrust locked procedure, and thrust lock message on FMA. This warning is repetitively triggered every 5 seconds in order to prompt the pilot to move the thrust levers, and thus to recover the manual control of the thrust. We will do it for you in order to cancel this ECAM caution. The thrust will now be manually adjusted by the pilot flying. Check the PFD baro reference automatically set to standard against the standby altimeter. Once cleared down to an altitude by the ATC, set the standby altimeter baro reference to the destination QNH. Be aware that you have no altitude target, no altitude alert on the PFD, and that below transition you have to apply a correction, standard QNH, on your PFD altitude reading. Once the procedure is accomplished and confirmed by the pilot flying, clear autoflight. Please clear the autothrust message. Clear autoflight. The status page is displayed for review. As the PFD baro reference is standard, once below transition, you will have to determine the altitude correction to apply. If you are cleared 3,000 feet QNH by ATC, and if QNH is 996 hectopascals, you will have to fly at 3,500 feet, indicated on PFD, or if QNH is 1,030 hectopascals, you will have to fly at 2,500 feet, indicated on PFD.
You can observe in the Inoperative Systems column the FCU, both autopilots and the autothrust as inoperative. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear status.
Note, in land mode, below 400 feet RA, if a total FCU loss happens, there is no operational consequence.